Well, she's a former Penn State gymnast who's stretching the limit, in a good way, when it comes to living her true vocation. Besides her busy home life, Meredith Yonushonis, a member of Our Lady of Victory Parish and State College, is helping clients connect faith and fitness, all while cherishing her own personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Like any gymnast, Meredith Yonushonis' life is a real balancing act. She's a wife and mother of 7 young children whom she homeschools. As if that vocation isn't enough of a full-time job, she's successfully running her own online fitness coaching business that combines the power of exercise and spirituality.
I feel like people look at me and are like, you must be a little bit crazy because of all that we have going on in my family. And I think that might be true, but I think that prayer has got to be the number one thing. God's grace to be able to sustain you through all that.
Yonushonis grew up in the Methodist tradition in suburban Columbus, Ohio, and began gymnastics at age 3. Her athletic career continued at Penn State University, where she was a 3-time gymnastics team captain and all Big Ten selection. As her college years were nearing an end, Yonushonis began questioning what her next steps in life would be.
And I really had this moment where I felt like God was working on my heart and saying, you know, there's this next step. And he opened my eyes to learning more about the Catholic faith during that time.
In fact, Yonushonis met her future husband, James, a Nittany Lion wrestler who just happened to be discerning the priesthood while she was at PSU.
And one of the very first times that my husband and I, now husband and I, hung out, he was leading a prayer group on campus called Bread of Life. And he was a wrestler, and he was speaking about how he integrates his faith with wrestling, and he always prays a certain psalm before we go out for a wrestling match. And my immediate first thought was, wow, I wasted so much of my time that I had when I could have been like learning that phrase of offering up. I could have been offering up my workouts, my competitions, giving that to the Lord. And I didn't really understand the timelessness of prayer at that point in time, but I did take that as a starting point to think about, well, what can I do now?
Yonushonis joined the Catholic Church in 2007. She and James, a Phillipsburg native, were married in 2009, and the couple began their family soon after that. She was an assistant gymnastics coach at Ohio State University for 6 years, and 8 years ago, while James was pursuing his chiropractic degree in the Atlanta area, Yonushonis launched her online fitness coaching career. Through her website, Fiat Fitness Project, individuals can subscribe for monthly or quarterly packages and one-on-one coaching, all rooted in faith.
The motto of Fiat Fitness Project is to grow stronger physically and spiritually.
And Yonushonis insists you can't separate the two.
We are one, body and soul. So to try to separate the two is really like selling yourself short. To be able to integrate both and recognize your dignity as a human with a soul and a body, it just helps you to get more out of everything that you're doing. I love this quote. I think St. Teresa of Avila said that God walks among the pots and the pans. And I often think, well, why wouldn't he walk around the dumbbells and the kettlebells then? You know, God is present with us everywhere. And 1 Thessalonians says to pray without ceasing. So in our workouts, we can pray without ceasing as well. And that just helps us to grow stronger in our spiritual life as well.
2 years ago, she developed rosary workouts, which she describes as a way to combine prayer and specific exercises that allow you to see Jesus's and Mary's lives in a different way. As members of Our Lady of Victory Parish and State College, Yonushonis feels blessed that she and her family reside geographically close to their church and can take advantage of attending daily Mass and receiving the Eucharist. On top of everything else in her personal and professional life, Yonushonis helps out at James's State College area chiropractic office at times. She insists that good scheduling is key to making everything work, and even includes that component in her online coaching by offering a 12-week planner to help her clients manage their full calendars but still make time for all of the big and small things they have to accomplish. Always on Yonushonis' daily schedule is taking time to celebrate the joy of her Catholic faith and, for this gymnast, being truly grateful that she successfully vaulted to her true vocation in life.
Especially the first 23 years of my life with not having that faith, I value it so much, and I've learned so much. And to be able to teach that faith to my kids from an early age is just, it means the world to me. Our whole life is really framed by our faith.
What an inspirational woman living out her true vocation as a Catholic wife, mother, and fitness coach. Read more about Meredith in the fall edition of Proclaim magazine.